trucks to parachute planes. Let's see where we drift to. Buffers in reverse, road signs wrecked. It's CK gaming time. Driving trains, trucks to parachute planes. Let's see where we drift to. Buffers in reverse, road signs wrecked. It's CK gaming time. Driving trains, taking to stations, forgetting to stop. Driving through red lights, bad buffer stops. It's time for CK Sim Gaming. CK Sim Gaming time. CK Sim Gaming. Driving through stations, forgetting to stop. Driving through red lights, bad buffer stops. It's time for CK Sim Gaming.
Good morning everyone, welcome to another stream back on Train Sim Classic 2024 today to do a scenario I was hoping to do yesterday, but I just ran out of time. So it'll be two scenarios today, one on the Settle Carlisle and one on the South London lines again, carrying on with the Buffer Puffer tour. I hope everyone's good. Alright, let's get out of here and get into get into the game itself, or the simulator as some like to call it. Right, anyway, let's get started, shall we? Now, this was a scenario I watched Egbert play about a few days ago, I think it was. Well, it seemed like a few days ago. It probably was about 2 years ago. But no, I think it was just a few days ago. It was with two Class 37s on the Settle and Carlisle line. It's quite a long scenario, this one. Slew into tick. What's that? Oh dear. Anyway, I'm just waiting for the menu to sort itself out. Ah, yes. Right. Oh no, I don't need to get the standard CK. I want to stay on career. See, I'm so used to just clicking on standard and not career. See, I go completely all over the place. Right. Let's get back to career scenarios then. Right. Anyway. Where are we? Settle and Carlisle, isn't it? Can't even remember where we are now. Right, here we go. It was with a Class 37. It was waking up the neighbours. It was set in the spring, foggy, 7:28. Rail tour season is now in full swing, and today's no different. Today, you are in charge of a tour from Leeds to Glasgow, which is being worked by a double-headed Class 37 locomotives and Mark 1 stock. Starting at Settle, the weather has not been kind, and an unrelenting fog hangs over the hills. You're required to head north along the picturesque route and make calls at Riverhead, Garsdale, Appleby, and finally Carlisle, where another driver will take over. Right, anyway, let's get that go. This is quite a long one, as always, though. It says 95 minutes, so add at least half an hour on that onto it, because I'm driving now. Of course, you'll probably be disappointed if I'm on time. So, well, we'll see. 95 minutes is quite a long time to sit and listen to me. You'll probably all be fast asleep by the time I get to the end. Oh gosh, it's really loud. Hang on a minute. I think that's because of me playing the simulator yesterday. Right, let's turn that down a notch. Right, good morning driver. Please release the doors immediately in order to allow passengers to board the train. I can see, yes, time is already ticking, so I'm probably going to get docked 1,000,000 points just for leaving 2 seconds late now. Right, anyway, here we go. We have 416, and then we also have 411. Now, both of these locomotives in real life have sadly been scrapped. I only know this because I looked up Locos for Egbert during his stream to find out what had happened to him. This one actually, one of them, this section here ended up being in a hotel car park. Because there was a hotel that was interested in getting this cab section and doing something with it. Oh, here's the 158. Time. Right, anyway. Let's get back into the cab. Oh gosh, it's a bit zoomed in there, isn't it? Let me just do something about that first of all. There we go. I do like it a little bit zoomed back. Not too much though. Right. It's chucking it down with rain here, isn't it? I can see. This is going to be a lot of fun. 95 miles of fog. I'm sure a lot of you can deal with that. Especially if you're away packing. There's the Ariane space rocket there. Obviously, Settle is used as a launch pad for the Ariane rockets. You can see it here, ready to blast off to launch some satellites. Right. Anyway, let's get going, shall we? I don't remember. Was it raining when you were playing this? Or was it because the rain disappears? Okay, driver, you're now going to take your service up the 1 in 100 incline. Right. And while it takes me 2 hours to read that, that's 2 hours later I'm going to be. Right, let's pull away. Is there a buffet car on here? I hope so. Well, maybe there isn't. There's no sitting down passenger view either. Right, anyway, we'll have the wipers on. That will annoy some of us. I know some of us don't like to have the lights on. Right, 16, is it 10 miles to Ribblehead, where everyone ribbles. The Ribblehead pub. Get the sitting out of the window view. I'm a coach ahead. Do I need to slow down a bit? Neck and neck. It's funny. Split screen. Does yours have the rain on it as well, Egbert? At least the wipers can't really hear it at this speed. Oh, the pressure? Well, there's no pressure really, whatever happens. I'll just laugh if I get there with like a gazillion minus points. I'm hoping to get at least one score though, because then it'll go on the scoreboard. I remember it being foggy though. This is like how it was when I went on it. Settled to Carlisle line, it was like this. How many 66s are on that? You've just raided me. Oh. I was about to say I haven't. But I know what you mean now, because you were streaming and I came in when you were playing it. Oh, it must have been then. It was that day. That's when you started getting all the mistakes, wasn't it, as soon as I showed up? That's funny. Vibrating controller. Right, 4 miles to go. Yeah, it's probably because you're chatting and then I'm putting you off. I think that was what was happening. I think it's because you kept looking at the tablet to read chat, and then as you did so, it is a bit of a dodgy section, this, because I'm noticing that, you know, if you just leave it for a bit, it can run over the 60 thingy, so... What I'm not liking though is the fact it's saying that I'm going to be about half a minute late already, or nearly a minute. There is a few weak graphical artifacts on this scenario. It's because I'm using this Vulkan DX plugin mod, and I think it doesn't do well with foggy weather. There's a weird outline on in the hills in the distance. So that's just what that is. I was hoping they'd fixed it over time for foggy, but I guess it's still got a few weird things going on. It's only when it's foggy weather it has this weird thing in the back, the things. Foggy, yep. Yeah. I don't know why I've got the wipers on. It's not even raining anymore. Must have stopped. That would make sense, because when I started watching it, Egbert's wipers weren't going, so maybe it was something that was at the beginning. That's a speedrunner's term. What's that? What, foggy? Oh, okay. I wondered why you had the percentage sign on the end. I thought it was just where it just come out as you were typing it. Right, first stop, Ribblehead. Get these doors open. Could have gone up a little bit further, but never mind. Yeah, you can see like the weird outline on the hills there. That's just because of this mod thing that I use in Train Sim. It helps my frame rates a bit. It's a DirectX to Vulkan sort of converter thing. Right. Anyway, it's the viaduct over here. Probably get minus 1,000 points now. I didn't realise that this had a staggered platform. Yes, Egbert. It's the really old AP sound pack that used to be out at the time. And also the coaches have got a sound pack as well. So I think that's the AP Mark 1 sound pack. Again, these are all like old sound packs you can't get anymore. So Trevor refers to someone speed running. Oh, okay. Gotcha. We need to change that to a W. The Giants. Oh yes, Giant Spring shoes. Yeah. Where was that? Oh, here. Oh yeah. Oh look, they're bigger than the train. Look. Oh dear. Right. Yeah, cool tonight. Yeah. 188. You having a laugh? What the heck? Taking points off me already. Damn. I bet Flying Scotsman's got 1,000 points on this. Now Egbert, when he did this, he did a nice shot of the viaduct as he went over it. I don't know if I want to risk doing that for me, because I'll probably end up losing some points speeding or something. Or go too slow. So we can have the kind of almost... you can have an alternative view. DVD. Yeah, the only trouble is the HUD, isn't it? You'd have to get the HUD. You'd have to take the HUD out, and then it becomes a problem with career scenario. You don't have no HUD because you've got no idea what speed you're going. You've got no idea what. Well, I suppose if it was just for video, it would make any difference, would it? I'm filming you from the ground. Yeah, exactly. And then you'll get someone in the comments, why does the sound different between 1 minute, it's different sounds? And you'll just say, well, it's just perspective. Why did that have red on it? Bit worrying. I thought I'd gone past the red then. I was like, why is that red? Because it said there was a signal there, but I think it's more like when you come in the other way. I've got Garsdale next anyway. There is a mod that you can get that can make all these tunnels dark when you go into them. But I didn't want to use it for this scenario in case it would affect the career scenario, because they know then they realises things have been changed. So I just wanted to leave it. .386 makes me think of a PC. Oh yeah, on your yeah. I was worried then. I thought my score was going. It looked like we were going down a slope, and I was like, no. I was like thinking I was going to come back to minus points. It's the only thing I hate about career scenarios. Looks like we might be a bit early here. Heaven forbid. Which station's this? Fill 12 bin bags with clothes just from your wardrobe. Magic wardrobe. Okay, let's go open the doors. Can't believe they didn't have a buffet car on this, you know. What were they thinking? Terrible, terrible behaviour. Yeah. Maybe they're maybe the rolling stock that was used didn't have any buffet cars, because I think this is the Settle Carlisle stock that came with the route, so they might not have had a buffet car thing, so might have been why. You get a refund. Yeah, I don't know if Steam could give me a refund now after having a route for was it 12 years, but it's worth a try, I suppose. Yeah, hello Steam. I'd like to get a refund on a route that I got in 2012. Be funny to try. I wouldn't try though, Katie, to be honest. I mean, we're just wiggling about silly things, aren't we? Right. Yeah, hello Steam. I bought this route and I was very disappointed to find out that the 2 trains in the scenario are actually scrapped now. And so they should have removed them from the game. I expect accuracy, so I want to have 2 Class 37s that are still existing right now on the date that I tried the scenario. Have you, Katie? Wow. I can't believe you even tried. But did you have more than 2 hours playtime on them though? I suppose if you've got a game as part of a game bundle and then you never play it. I don't know. You probably have done though, but no. Oh, okay. I bet that's a sneaky way for people try and make money. You know, get a bundle, never play the game, and then about a month later go, "Oh, I haven't played 2 hours on it yet," and then they give you the price that think that they're going to get the price what it is actually back again. It's a game that was like a tenner in the sale. They'll think, "Oh well, it's 50 quid again now, so I'll get 50 quid back." I mean, that would work both ways, wouldn't it? You'd buy a graphics card, never use it a year later. You'd say, "Oh, I want to refund on my graphics card." Well, they're only worth 250 quid now, so that's all you're getting for it. But I paid 500 quid for it. Well, that's how much it is now. But I've not used it. Well, that's your own tough luck. Right. Let's see what it... Let's see, it'll probably punish me. CK, you arrived too early, so we're going to dock some points off you. Probably. I doubt it, though. Probably get the full Monty. I'm hoping that I will, anyway. It sounds like a cooked breakfast, doesn't it? The full Monty. You're hungry? Well, we're going to Apple Pie next. Apple Pie Platform 1. Oh, sorry, Applebee. Sorry, my mistake. I read it wrong. I thought it said Apple Pie. I better keep the HUD on. I wanted to take it off, but then I thought, well, what if I accidentally go over some speed? I know I'm still way away from it. But... Wow, 20 miles to Appleby now. I was thinking of doing things a bit backwards today, so I thought I'd do a train sim stream first, and then I was thinking about maybe do a balloon stream this afternoon after I've eaten something. So if anyone's got any ideas of where they'd like me to fly a balloon, let me know. I might check the wings in as well, just to see what the wings are doing in Uzbekistan, just in case I might do a drifting stream as well, but I don't know. We're staying quiet. I did do a balloon flight this morning before I started the stream, actually. I was on an oil rig in the North Sea. I thought I'd do a balloon flight from an oil rig. And then, of course, it did its usual, went in the water and then went like a speedboat for about 20 minutes until I thought I'd stop. careful here because we're going down a slope. Slippery slope. $16 still. I forget how long this was actually. I just remember it seemed to last forever, but then I thought, well, that's only because I'm in a 158. But of course, it's not exactly the quickest route along here, is it? You can see why a lot of freight trains use this route. Get them off the main line. But of course, during engineering works and stuff, I guess this becomes a viable route again. Except the pendos obviously need to be dragged, I suppose, for diesel. I think that's happened a few times, isn't it? I've seen pendolinos on there where they get dragged by something. 67 or something. Or 66. Could be wrong line. Should be about another, what, 15 minutes or so? Because we're doing 60 more or less, so. So after Appleby, I think it goes straight to Carlisle, doesn't it? I bet this was about the time that Noxie came in, wasn't it? Or was Noxie already in chat watching your stream, Egbert? I know he was commenting on about the fact he couldn't see anything. I got an update to Sim Update today. It's just like I say, they do update. They do bring out like patches and that for the beta while you're in it. So there was a 1 GB patch today. Actually, oh god, speeding, no. Oh, actually, Egbert, you said something good the other day, didn't you, about ballooning? You said about, was it Yosemite Park or something, wasn't it? That might be quite a good one to do. Because there'll probably be some animals wandering around there as well. Like bears and stuff. Might land by a bear. So that might be a good one. I've lost a few points here. I lost 6 points, I think, was it? Or 7? Never mind. But yeah, I think you said Yosemite. So that might be quite a good one. I wonder if they have the redwood trees in there. Oh no, that's somewhere else, isn't it? I don't think that's Yosemite, is it? But, or is it? So I might just do something like that, because it'll be getting towards sunset, sunrise as well in that area, won't it? What groovy tune. I can't hear anything, not unless you're listening to something. What do you mean, the sound of the train on the tracks? The sound of the train? Oh yes, the jointed track sounds. Do you remember when that did that to you as well, Egbert? Do you remember one minute it was like dark and then it got bright? Like that. It's a bit more bassy in the train. I'm still debating whether this would be a good route for TSW5 or not, because there's not really a lot in it, is it really? I mean, it'd probably be alright scenery-wise, but you'd probably get a bit bored of it after a while. Although you would be able to do freight along it, but it'd probably be more rail tour stuff, wouldn't it? And then you get everybody complaining that they should do, there's other routes they could do first. I do wonder if Just Trains are going to do the Barrow in Furness line or something. You know, because Tom did that, or the Harrogate loop or something, or the Riviera line in the 80s. must have gone to get something to eat. It's up to you, Egbert, really. I mean, I always think that I'm a little bit more far out than you. Although, you know. All right, 4 seconds. That's cool. Not too bad then. That's why I wish that that third rails app had like a ghost mode on it. So if you had the third rail map up, you could sort of see like someone's journey on it from the past, like as a train icon or something. That'd be good. Two miles to go. Put some throttle in now because we're going up the slope again. Oh, well, never mind. Ugh. It's not like it was a red. Can you imagine if it was a red one? Actually, no, don't imagine. Right. Welcome to Appleby. Ah. Midland Railway Extension. Water tower. The public house, actually. I've even got houses over here. Although you can tell they're cheap houses because they don't have any driveways or roads going to their houses. They have to walk in the mud. It's just funny though that they put quite a lot in even further away, which is not a bad thing though. I'm just saying. I'm guessing at some point that used to be connected to something. I think there's a version of this route, isn't there, on Workshop that's set in the 50s as well. There's the electric one, but then I think there's like one that's set in like with the track based on the 50s or something. And of course, I think was it Stainmore has a bit of this Settle to Carlisle on it, doesn't it? Well, kind of. I think you kind of go over part of it or something. I don't know, but where does that line go to then? Right, Carlisle's next, like 30 miles. Oh yeah, head shunt. Although I don't know in the past if it went anywhere else though. Right, 30 miles to go. Blimey. Got about half an hour then. Still got ages to go yet. I completely forgot the scenario. Was this long? I mean, I knew it was long before I started it, but you know what I mean. You get to a station, it's like, oh, half an hour to go. Then again, I'm quite happy to go up and down London to Brighton. That's 50 minutes, isn't it? So, this was the drag bit for you, was it? Well, at least you had chat to keep you going, didn't you? But I can see, you know, what Tepic meant the other day about doing a scenario. I think it was Western Main Lines. And he was like, I think I might get bored by then. have to play a white meat scenario on the west on this line. We probably get a lot more going on all the time. Although, to be fair, there has been quite a few trains go past, hasn't there? You know, it's not been completely dead. There's been freight trains and things, so... Oh, talking of which, there's the Northern Trains service going past. Yeah, when I went on Northern, it was like the new livery that they had at the time. You know, sort of like white with all like the circles and things on it. I remember a trolley coming down the train as well, and they were selling like settled to Carlisle things that you could buy. I think when you got to this bit, we were like going, I wonder why it's 30. Do you remember? You were like, why is this bit 30? Kind of reminds me a bit of that section that you have on the South Wales main line, you know, between Cardiff and Newport, where there's like some lines that go really slow. And you think, why are we going so slow? I think one line that they could do in TSW that's not really been done before is the Carlisle to Newcastle line. You could do that. You see, Just Trains could do that, you see, because they could get into a little system here, but obviously it takes them so long to do a route. But I mean, from Carlisle, they could do Carlisle to Newcastle, and then they could do like an 80s version of Newcastle to York for Trainsim World. You know, just by using that route hopping function, just to sort of like do it that way. But of course, the trouble is with JT is it takes them so long to just do one route. It would be like forever. But then I'm hoping that what will happen is that, you know, maybe they'll get enough income from, say, Shap and Blackpool and that over time that they can then hire more people, and then they can maybe knock out 2 routes a year, and then from then on then onwards it would then expand even more, wouldn't it? Because then they might get enough money then to bring out, 3 routes a year with different teams working on different routes. I don't know. It's easier to say it in your head, isn't it, than actually do it. It's like all these people that, you know, that kind of are experts in how Dovetail can be run. And yet the reality would be if they sat in the chair for a day and then had all the facts given to them, they'd realise that it's not as easy as it sounds. If, you know, wanting to have a 100-mile route and then having it perfect and then having about 20 variations of rolling stock, all for 30 quid. And then realising that that's not exactly something that they can do. I mean, they could do it if they wanted, but yeah. Probably would go bankrupt pretty quick. Yeah, but I think if you mean it like that, having different teams doing different things, the only trouble is everyone has their own style and art. So you kind of know straight away when someone else is doing, unless you mean in just trains in total. But I mean, if you're saying that old Rivet could do one part of a route and then they could all join it together. But the trouble is, you'd notice the differences between them all. And then people would then ribble because then there'd be a route that they would feel got ruined because someone else did it. But that's just my feeling about it. It's a bit like what happens in Euro trucks in a minute when you go between older DLC and newer DLC. You kind of tell the difference. I mean, I think in Train Sim Classic, you know, JT are doing alright because they're working all the little sections of the Midland main line, but they'll get a point when they'll kind of get to the end and then they'll be thinking, well, what should we do now? I mean, they've done Western main lines, so I don't know. And the Midland main line would be done. A lot of people want them to do the whole bit from Sheffield to St Pancras, but I don't think they will. I think they're not really doing so much TSC stuff now. A lot of the people that did do a lot of their TSC stuff's moved over to TSW development now, like Tom and Mark, for example, used to do all the route building and moved over now. I mean, the Romsey route was done by a third-party dev that was just making a real route, and then Just Trains for All, that's quite good. Well, and then they must have made an offer to him to work, you know, to get it out, you know, published and stuff. Same with the guy that did Southwestern Expressways. That looks very EWS. It is Tepic. It is very EWS. It is, you know, very good. Very good. How are you anyway, Tepic? Hope you're well. Good to see you. Just playing a career scenario at the minute. On the Settle to Carlisle run. It's one of the career scenarios that come with it. It's a 95-minute long one though, but Egbert played it a few days ago, and I thought I'd give it a go as well, because I might have played it in the past, but I don't know. I didn't have a medal for it, so I thought, well, it's either when I've played and got no points, or just not. I might have just been put off playing it because it was 95 minutes. Still got 21 miles to go. We're getting to the end now of the scenario though. We've just got Carlisle now, and that'll be it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the settle to Carlisle came with a 37 and 158. And I think it had a 66 with it as well. Because obviously I'm passing quite a few 66s in this scenario. Most career scenarios, and it always used to come with the things that the route had. Best way to check those is to have a look at the product description for this on Steam. It'll probably tell you what rolling stock it comes with. Don't worry about it, Tepic. This is called 7C, Waking Up the Neighbours. That's the scenario title. So. I know they did an add-on. Pack for Settle to Carlisle as well, but I think that was more Steam engines. I think it had like a Steam logo with that, didn't it? The Settle to Carlisle add-on pack. But I know that they have a 37 in Settle to Carlisle because AP used it for the Wherry lines. They made like some reskins of it in DRS, and then they used to have that as their Wherry lines add-on with a different sound pack. Still lounging in bed. Okay, cool. Don't blame you, really. But yeah, it's mostly 158, the 37, and the 66, I think. You know, because I think you can do some freight stuff as well. We were talking to Egbert about these two 37s now, because these two 37s in the scenario were scrapped. What was it, Egbert 2018 I said, wasn't it, when these got scrapped, these locos? They went to Booths. Is it Booths? Something like that. And the cab section of one ended up being bought by a hotel in Derby. And the last picture someone took of it was it just sitting in like a car park. Although that was literally a photo not long after it arrived, I think. And I think they were going to do it up. Got a double header to see. I think 416 that the cab section from one end went to somewhere. There you go, it's one of the 66s coming along. was going to play this scenario yesterday, but I just ran out of time because I was doing a couple more other streams. Went to I'm surprised those things are asbestos nightmares. Yeah, I probably might have had the stuff removed, but there's a website you can go to, and it basically gives a detail of all 37s and basically like what happened to them. You know, like you can go to websites where you can type in, say, like an aeroplane, and you can find out all of its history of the airframe and what airlines it went to, and what ultimately what happened to it, and the date when it also come off the production line and things like that. We can do. There's a 37 site and it's like that. As I said, someone had got a picture of one of the cabs in the car park, and it had been painted in BR green livery, but with the but still with the newer number. So it was, even though it was in BR green, it still had 37416 written on it. And it was just like the cab section, really. So I don't know. That was quite an old picture of it though. So I don't know what happened to it after. I think it was 2021 the picture was taken. But the other loco behind that that just seemed to have got completely scrapped. So but it was literally just the cabs, the nose and the cab that had been that they had. Yeah, it was in Derby anyway. The hotel was like a country hotel somewhere, I think, just outside of Derby, and they had it in the car park. But I don't know if they were going to put it in the beer garden or something, or if they had a beer garden in the hotel garden or something. I don't know. Being a bit conservative here. So these coaches will come with settle to Carlisle as well. Well, I'm guessing they will do, because as I said, it's a career scenario and they tend to only have things in it that the boot comes with. Miles to go. This is more or less going to arrive on time, but that don't mean nothing with me. I have made a few mistakes playing this though. It's not been perfect. The first station stop, I think I was about 30 seconds late and got penalised, and then there was a couple of times where I sped a little bit. So it won't be a full-on top score here. I mean, it might be on an okay score, but it's not going to be 1,000 points is what I mean. Then again, I'm not expecting to get 1,000 points. It's better than minus 1,000 anyway. Although it's early days yet, it's quite easy to lose 1,000 points on here. Wow, is it really that close, Egbert? That's pretty cool. So it's literally just like meters. Or is it still about 4 seconds? What Egbert's doing is he's watching when he played the scenario the other day, so I'm guessing he's like doing what I did the other day, like having 2 screens up at the same time, so he can like watch both. "12 seconds now, really? Blimey." Well, in a career scenario, that can be the difference between getting minus 10,000 points. Only joking. It's not as bad as that, although sometimes you think like that. You think like that. It depends on the scenarios. There are some career scenarios that can be really mean. Some are quite lenient in comparison. I mean, back when this route came out, you know, things like career scenarios were quite a new thing because they didn't get added into Train Simulator until, I can't remember what year they put them in. It was mainly when it went onto Steam, didn't it, on Workshop, because before, you know, it was like a standalone thing that you installed. It didn't have Steam. I think it was Railworks. I think Railworks and Rail Simulator were on Steam, and I think Railworks 2 or Railworks 3 was when it started to be on Steam, I think. I can't remember exactly. I mean, Electronic Arts used to publish this game when it was Rail Simulator. You're speeding, are you? I'm not surprised though. You might have 12 seconds to catch up on. At least you did better than me the other day when I was trying to play at the same time you were playing the scenario when I went through a red light. on the South London network. Actually, I've got that scenario to do as well, haven't I, at some point? I have to do that one another day, because once this one's finished and I play the other scenario, I'm going to go off to have some lunch. I don't like the way this train is jolting around either. I just keep thinking it's going to say something like something's broke off the train, you know, like the carriage breaks or something. Or it's suddenly going to leap up and go up into the air or something like that. It's like it's trying to go through the sound barrier. Something like that anyway. Here's a question for Tepic. Do you have to dress up as a priest on a Sunday when you drive? Do you have a confession box? Father Tepic. Oh yeah. No, it's only because I was thinking about the Sunday service, you see. Tepic's got to do the Sunday service. Don't confess to me. Yeah. Yeah, at least I'm not that into, you know, at least I'm not that much of a simulation realist, you know. I was going to stream the East Coast Main Line today, but due to engineering works, they've shut the whole line, so unfortunately there'll be no stream. But I'll be back tomorrow when the line reopens to do a scenario. But there are other routes you can play CK. Oh, I know, but Sunday was supposed to be the East Coast Main Line, and as it's closed, well, I won't be streaming. And it used to be an easier day. Now it's the same as every other. I did that one Christmas Day. Yeah, I think you did actually, didn't you? Because there's no one's. I'm not doing train sim stream on Christmas Day because there isn't no trains running. Streamed an. Oh, that's right. I remember now. Streamed an empty station without trains for 3 hours. Yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I? I could do that. Well, not if I remember. I could just go into free roam in TSW5. You know, the sandbox mode where there's no other trains, and then just stand at a platform. I wonder how many people would come into chat and go, "Oh, is there any trains? I haven't seen a train." And I'd be like, "Well, there's no trains on Christmas Day." I'd have to put like a disclaimer at the bottom saying that obviously I stole the idea from Tepic, and any proceeds from bits and subs go to Tepic's pot. You did it on TSC. Yeah, well, that's easy to do as well, I suppose, isn't it? Because you could just go into free roam or whatever. It was in the old place before we moved about 10 years ago. Wow. Imagine how much hate Dovetail would get if they did that. If they just had a station that just had nothing going through it. You went to the mother-in-law's for Christmas dinner and you just left it. Did you get any comments? Did anyone leave you any comments about it? Or did you have it as a, I don't know. I mean, I sometimes used to watch streams on Christmas Day when I lived in Sweden because for me Christmas Day was the day, 24th was when Christmas was in Sweden. So like the 25th was more like a Boxing Day scenario. So when people sometimes would stream or whatever, if I could remember, of course, because obviously I'd have other things to do on that day as well, but for those that have the day on the 24th, found it funny though. Yeah, it's pretty funny. That's the sort of thing I'd probably do if I was an affiliate, you know. So I was getting ad money every 5 minutes, just run some ads. I could get rich, couldn't I? As if. Although it'd work the other way round as well, wouldn't it, really? Because you could probably do it so that it does actually run trains, and then someone in the comments would probably say, why are there trains running in real life? There isn't any. So you'd probably get both sides of the coin there. But it's not an inactive stream though, is it really? Because there is something going on, in a way. Kinda. That's what I mean. If I did it in TSW, then the trees could move or something, or the weather could change. You could have dynamic weather on, and then obviously you can't say it's inactive then, are you? If the weather's changing. Technically. Because if it snows or there's a bit of thunder and lightning. Because you know, Dovetail did a stream where they just left it running for hours, and it was just so that people had to guess where a route was, and so you had to just watch it and just see the odd train go by every few minutes or whatever it was. That'll be the one time it doesn't go from sun to fog in 30 seconds. But also the daylight will change as well, won't it? I mean, it's in a way it's no different if someone's got a bird feeder in their garden and they run a stream where they're doing a live video of a bird feeder or something. Or those people that do wildlife ones, where you might have a swan's nest and then they have a camera at night and you just see the swans for hours just sort of like curled up sleeping. You know, I've seen people do those. I think the difference is viewer expectation. Well, the viewer expectation for train spotting on Christmas Day should be that there's no trains. That's what you could argue. You could say, well, the viewer expectation is it's Christmas Day and there shouldn't be any trains running. Because that's what actually happens. I'm sure we could get round it somehow. But anyway, if that was the case about viewer expectation, then a lot of Dovetail streams should get banned for what was it? Viewer expectation, because there'll be some people that are watching a route and they'll be expecting it to have like 23 trains, be 100 miles long, and have every single service that exists on the timetable. And for it to be $29.99. You know, the plan was today was to sort the yoke out with 24. You can't be bothered though. Right, it looks like we got a red light coming up, so I better be careful here. Okay, right, let's go. You stopped, wow. Almost, well, I don't know, it must have been pretty close then. Right, anyway. Must have been quite interesting watching that on your side, Egbert. 3 seconds was there at the end. Wow, you made up some time then. Or I made up some time. That looks like a ship's funnel, doesn't it, from there? You know, like when you're looking up at a ship's funnel. A few gas towers about. I can see there's the old 158 over here. Settled to Carlisle one. Well done, driver. Another member of personnel that is signed to drive the WCML North route will take over. Well, 979, that wasn't bad in the end. Could have been a bit better. Oh, yeah, they are a bit like that, Tepic. Yeah, I agree. It's a bit like people that live down the road from a restaurant that does the worst food ever, that gives them food poison, and then they'll rant about it on social media, and yet they still go and eat there. Oh no, Egbert, you're not on here. Look. Oh no. Oh well, never mind. Weird, I know. Oh, who's even Flying Scotsman hasn't played this one. That's a bit crazy. Yeah, got Nil TV on here though. 753. Well, I'm not surprised though. I mean, you were probably speeding to catch up with me, weren't you? I suppose. Right, anyway, let's play another. I don't know why that's not popped up. That's a bit annoying though, Egbert. That's a bit of a shame, you know. Right. Where was the next scenario anyway? Let's have a look. It was on Sussex lines. No, sorry, South London network, and it was Buffer Puffer Part 2. So Part 3, I mean, sorry. Which is 20 minutes long. It's quite a short one, this. What's the time? Yeah, I have to do. Right, this afternoon you're in charge of another leg of the Buffer Puffer 11 rail tour using a pair of DRS Class 37 locomotives in Mark 1. You will drive the section from Stewart's Lane to London Bridge. Right. Let's get going. I drove part 1 and 2 yesterday. So this is part 3. So those of you remember yesterday, I failed it because I was trying to touch the buffer and then I rolled back down a slope. Right. It says I've got to go to London Bridge, apparently. Right, so yeah, we ended up. Yeah, that's in a different place, isn't it? They must have moved the train a bit because I was right up here. Maybe I only had to stop down there though. Maybe it was just because it was a temptation of going to a buffer, and I thought, oh, a buffer. That's good fun. Anyway, got the train again with all the steam coming out, which I like. I think we better scenario end, yes. So anyway, we're driving Sir Robert McAlpine. Oh, that's weird. I'm sure that was the end I was driving originally, wasn't it? Yeah, that's weird because this end here should be at the front because this was at the back. They changed the train round without me knowing. Terrible. Right. I'm sure I was driving this one. Then again, you remember travelling to steam heated carriages out of Paddington? That's nice, Tepic. Nice that I helped bring some memories to you all. Right. Whether good or bad. Right then, anyway. Let's just adjust this camera option because I don't like... I mean, I know it does that as default, but I don't like it. Right. Any big turntables around? Yeah, I remember, as I said, I was talking about it in yesterday. I remember when I was a kid in the early to mid 80s going on a steam heated train as well. Mark 1s. They're probably still knocking around. Might depend on the coaching stock they had available there at the time. I mean, I know that on the Portsmouth to Cardiff route, they still used to have loads of old Mark 1s. I mean, most of the Mark 1s I used to travel on the Portsmouth to Cardiff route, they used to be all like all the compartment stock, so there used to be all the Mark 1s with the compartments in. Right, anyway, we're heading off to London Bridge. Part of the tour. There's a 455 over there. So this is the unbranded DRS version of the 37, which came with the steam version of Rowy Lines. Now, if you had the Rowy Lines from AP, it used to have the DRS logos and stuff on it. And also the train itself, the loco is in a different folder as well. So if you have, what happens is that some people on Workshop will have the steam version of Rowy Lines, and then when they make a scenario with a train in it, then obviously if you've got the AP version, it can't find the train because it's in a different folder. So then you have to swap it. Anyway, we're coming out of Stewart's Lane now. Back down through Wandsworth Road. But yeah, it's a shame about that scenario not appearing on the thing. I'm sure when I played this yesterday, though, I was driving this train. Maybe I just imagined it. Maybe it's because I kept going into camera view and concrete bubbles at the back. Maybe I kept thinking I was driving it. I have added you as a Steam friend, haven't I? But Am I definitely a Steam added? Have we definitely added each other as Steam friends? Because maybe that might be why as well. I thought we did though, didn't we? Oh, I don't know. Hmm. I do feel a bit sorry for Noxie though, because Noxie was enjoying these yesterday. So hopefully he can just watch my VOD back if he wants to see this one. So we're just going over the top of Brixton now. In the last scenario we came out and drove through Brixton, but now we're going to go over the top. Almost E-cups then, as a Rascable would say. Oh, we got double yellow, that's alright then. start slowing down. Might have a red coming up in a minute. Plus we got a 20 anyway. Probably got to wait for some trains to come by again. Oh no, we got a yellow. That's good. Probably stuck behind another train at the minute. I wonder if we'll see the Eiffel Tower today. Don't think we will though, because I think we're. I don't know if it's. Let's see if we can see it in the distance anywhere. No, can't see it. It's probably not a clear weather day. You see, you need to have good visibility to see it from here. Is it out today doing the rounds? No, it's just that, you know, we're just not in the right area, you see. Oh. I got a bit carried away. Oops. Oh, I kind of forgot we were going round past yellows. Never mind. Good job this isn't a career scenario, isn't it? Right, anyway. Let's do the reverse thing again, as we do. You know. If I can actually reverse. Right, let's go, quick. The engine cut out. It's giving it too much. I bet you it'll be a yellow or something by the time I get back there. There we go. I knew it. But anyway. Right. I think I did this with part 2, didn't I, yesterday as well? I think Noxie was talking about something and then I went through a red light. Never mind. We got the skyscraper from Half-Life in here though. Half-Life 2, I mean. The Citadel, that's in here. We'll be going to the Citadel in a minute. There it is, it's just over there, look, there you go. That's that building from Half-Life 2. We've got a football stadium coming up shortly. Those of you that like the football, we'll be going past a football stadium. Do you know which one, Egbert? Can you guess? As if you're still there. No, not Crystal Palace. That's more where the Eiffel Tower is. There it is, just over here. Here's the football stadium. There we are. I don't know if it has who it is written on the side. No, it's not Watford. That's North London. This is Millwall. This is the new Den, as they call it. This is Millwall Stadium. That's where it is. Just there. Kind of in the middle of this little triangle. Better than Football Manager graphics. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, Millwall. I used to have another stadium in a different place, but then it was called the New Den, because the original was called the Den, and then they built a new stadium and it was called the New Den. So yeah, like I said, there's quite a few routes that have football stadiums in. Really, I know. It's weird, isn't it? Like how we like say things, and it's so like the world is just a simulation. I think it's just because this building, even though it doesn't look... I mean, if I loaded up Half-Life 2 and looked at it now, it wouldn't look anything like it, but it just kind of reminds me of it for some reason. Apart from the fact that these little, like, side doors don't move on it at some point. And I think the actual citadel in Half-Life 2 is a little bit bigger, taller. But, yeah, I think it's just because of this bit at the top. And the shape of it, in a way. It just makes me think of it. There's the old walkie-talkie building over there, quite well known when it was first built, because it kept setting fire to setting fire to things on the ground, because the sunlight would reflect off it and act like a magnifying glass, which wasn't a good thing. So yeah, still the old station on here though. A bit like with Reading, you know, Reading went for a big refurbishment, and Birmingham New Street, and they did the same thing at London Bridge. Oh, I accidentally was too busy paying attention to something else, and now we've just gone and, as Irascible would say, we did an E-cup situation. Never mind. There we go. I think you could, oh, hang on a minute. Oh, there we are. Oh, you have got some different coach views. That's the usual first class one, and then some outside window views. But yeah, there's quite a few, you know, routes that have stadiums. East Coast Main Line has Arsenal. East Coast Way on TSW has Brighton and Hove Albion. Cardiff. There's a Millennium Stadium, the Wembley Stadium on some routes as well. Manchester United is on Liverpool-Manchester route. Even has its own railway station, doesn't it, Man United? Oh, that's only used on match days, though. Time to reverse engineer your wardrobe again. This will be fun. Wolfie, do you want a sledgehammer? Yeah, it'd be a bit like that episode of you know, Red Dwarf when everything was backwards, wasn't it? Katie'd be there with a sledgehammer, and she'd be banging the sledgehammer on her wardrobe, and it'd be like slowly building itself as she hits it each time. It'd be like a magic sledgehammer. Right, anyway, we're just coming in towards London Bridge now. Of course, there's other routes that have stadiums in as well. South Mells, Portsmouth Direct will have Fratton Park in it. The routes that have the Southampton in it will have Southampton Football Club. Katie's Magic Sleb Hammer rather than Maxwell's Silver Hammer. It's actually the light I stopped at for a change. What we got to wait for here then? We got, let's see what we got in here. We got some 455s, a 377. All the Thames links used to come in over here, and all the trains that go to Charing Cross and Cannon Street and that. But at least we got some buffers at the other end. Am I arriving on the other platform? I don't know. There we go. Great British Trains. London to Brighton, another way to travel. Just trying to see if there's anyone here I recognise. I don't know why we're waiting here for. Maybe the scenario's broke. Does it say what time I'm due in here? No, it just says stop here. Anyway, we'll see. Platform 13. Can we actually get into platform 13? Yeah, we could, but maybe we just got to wait for what's the time? 14:25. They should have left already. Why didn't you leave? You're supposed to go at 14:25 and you're supposed to go at 14:27. I wonder if I broke it with that when I went through that signal. maybe I broke the scenario. Oh, there we go. Oh, I could have just done that, couldn't I, really? Yeah, there you go. I could have just done that. You see, sometimes you get scenarios and they have little text to say, press tab. Never mind. It's kind of realism, isn't it? I mean, sometimes you have to sit and wait at a station for a couple of minutes, but probably get a derailment now. Probably go over a set of points or something that I'm not supposed to. And it'll say, train derailed. Never mind. But anyway, the next scenario will be starting from platform 13 at London Bridge. But that's for another day. You went for a red? Oh, I tabbed it, Katie. But I'm just saying, normally in a scenario they tell you, don't they? They normally say, oh, the signal might be acting up, so press tab. So I just thought, well, I'll press tab anyway, and then of course it magically turned to a yellow. That was all. I went for a red earlier though, funnily enough. Right, anyway. It's a very unlucky platform up here. Tabby tabby. Why is this called, why is platform 13 unlucky? Oh, oops. Wow, what happened? Oh dear. Well, a couple of well, there was a few coaches that came off. Well, there probably won't be a part 3 for a couple of weeks. There won't probably be a platform 3 for a couple of weeks. So yeah, I mean a part 3. I mean, never mind. I didn't finish that one off either, did I? That's another scenario I didn't. And now my mouse cursor's disappeared. Oh, there we go. It's the invisible mouse cursor, where you have to kind of guess where everything is. Yeah. Right. Anyway, I think that's your train home. Well, no worries. No worries. I'm sure by the time part 4 comes along, it'll be fixed. They would have put it back on the track again. You know, a giant would have come down from the sky like in a train set, and he would have just picked the carriage up and just put it back on the track again, just like they do in real life, Egbert. Right. Anyway, I'm going to head off now to go to eat. Now, I'm hoping I'll do a stream this afternoon. What's the time now? It's 2 o'clock. Yeah, hopefully. It'll probably be something like a balloon stream or something. I've got a great idea, actually. Egbert put the idea in my head the other day. He talked about Yosemite. So let's go. I might do a flight from Yosemite in a hot air balloon. And we'll see how that goes. So yeah, anyway. I will see you all later. Thanks for watching the stream. Katie, Egbert, Tepic, and other people that might have been here, that might have been lurking as well. And if I've missed anyone out, I do apologise. I shall catch you all later. Take care for now. Ta-da.